How is it going, guys, and welcome to my new video. I actually just got back from the theater after watching Guillermo Del Toro's new film, Crimson Peak. Now, I've been waiting for Crimson Peak to come out for a long time now, and it's finally here, and I finally watched it, and here are my thoughts. Crimson Peak stars Mia Wasikowska. Let me try that again. Mia Wasikowska. There we go. I hope I pronounced that right. And also stars Jessica Chastain, Tom Hiddleston, and Charlie Hunnam. I really don't want to give too much away because I actually went into this movie not really knowing what it was about. All I knew is that it was directed by Guillermo Del Toro, one of my favorite directors. And I didn't really know anything about it, really. And it turned out pretty great for me. So, because of that, I'm just not gonna give away too much of the plot for you guys, so you can go in not really knowing a lot about it, kind of like me. So yeah, basically the film follows a girl, and she wants to become a writer. And she, long story short, she meets this guy who plays Tom Hiddleston, and they end up getting married, and she moves in with them at this really big freaking mansion. And he, strangely enough, lives with his sister, who is Jessica Chastain. And yeah, and then, you know, she eventually learns about these dark secrets in the house, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I gotta tell you guys, I really like this movie. I was pretty satisfied with it overall, and I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's Guillermo del Toro's best film, but I really liked it. I do know that a lot of people didn't like it, however. A lot of people seem to be disappointed by it, and I know the reason why, although I'm sure many of you have different reasons why you didn't like it. But I believe a majority of the people went into this movie expecting a flat-out horror film, which this movie is not a flat-out horror film, I'm telling you right now. It is, in fact, and this is said by Guillermo del Toro himself, that this film is a Gothic romance.
Crimson Peak is not a horror film, it's a Gothic romance. Big difference.
And I mean, there is a little bit of romance in it, but honestly, it's just like a Gothic tale. Like, it's a fantasy, it's a drama, it's a thriller, suspense, it's definitely a horror, but, you know, it's not a flat-out horror film. It's pretty much just a bunch of genres mixed together into this one big movie, but ultimately, I would call it like a Gothic tale, but not a lot of people were really expecting that. They were expecting it to be super scary, but it wasn't super scary. It had some scary moments, but it wasn't, like I said, a flat-out horror film. So if you haven't seen the film yet, then I would suggest going into it not expecting a flat-out horror film. Maybe you'll like it a little bit more. But yeah, as for me, I really enjoyed this movie. Personally, like I said, I was pretty satisfied with it overall, but definitely the best thing about this film is just how gorgeous it looks, like with the colors and just everything, you know, the setting and the costume designs. This film is beautiful, and I know everyone can agree with me on that, even those of you who didn't like it, that this movie was very well made, and it was very gorgeous, and just, you know, like I said, all the colors and just everything, you know, the costumes. It was a really neat movie, and it was definitely, you know, what you would expect from a movie from Guillermo del Toro. But yeah, guys, the cinematography was amazing. Just, the movie looked awesome. That's definitely the best thing about this movie. The acting was very good as well, and a lot of people seem to be complaining about this story, but personally, I didn't really have a problem with this story. I didn't really think it was that bad of a story. In fact, I really kind of liked it, and I love how, you know, there's a lot of twists and turns in this film, and I love all that, and I just really love how this movie, you know, turned out. Not to mention, this film has a very eerie atmosphere. It reminded me a lot like the Haunted Mansion, you know, the Disney attraction. As a matter of fact, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but Guillermo del Toro was actually planning on making a Haunted Mansion movie. And no, it's not going to be like the one starring Eddie Murphy, which I personally do not like. But he was planning on making like a darker version of the Haunted Mansion. But for some reason, the film got delayed or postponed, and he ended up doing this movie instead, and there are definitely a lot of elements to this movie that felt a lot like the Haunted Mansion. So in a way, I guess you could say that this is his version to the Haunted Mansion, because it definitely, you know, it has that same feeling. But yeah, guys, I really love the whole style of this film, and I love the eerie atmosphere and just, you know, the whole setting of just this big giant house, and, you know, of course there's all these like ghosts and stuff, and it's really cool. I don't know about you guys, but I love this movie. I really can't express that enough. And of course, I'm a huge fan of Guillermo Del Toro. He's definitely one of my favorite filmmakers working today. And I love all of his movies. I don't really think he's done, one bad movie. I love all of them, and I love this one, and I really don't have any complaints about it. Although I guess the movie did have a couple flaws. It's very slow, but you gotta kind of expect that kind of stuff when going into a movie like this, but overall I didn't really have much problems with it, and again, I think this is a very well made film. And honestly, I really can't wait to watch this movie again, because I really want to see it again, honestly. I think the more I watch this movie, the more I'm going to end up liking it, but as for now, I'm going to give this film a 4 out of 5. I think the movie has to grow on me a little bit, but I think I will end up liking it a lot more in the future as soon as I watch it a couple more times. And also, I forgot to mention that this movie has kind of like a Pan's Labyrinth type vibe to it. So if you guys are a huge fan of Guillermo Del Toro's I cannot talk right now, Pan's Labyrinth, then I suggest you check out this one. It's not as good as Pan's Labyrinth, I would say, but it's definitely, it has the same feeling to it. I really don't know. I can't explain it, but I like it. I dig it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this review. Check out Crimson Peak if you haven't yet. I definitely think it is worth a watch, but, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jacob Palacio, and I will see you guys later.